Precision is our language. Creativity is our weapon. And perfection is the only option. Your ride, your brand, your image, elevated to a level that can't be ignored. This isn't just a wrap, it's a revolution. Regal Wraps and Designs, where power meets style, and style becomes unforgettable. At Regal Wraps and Designs, we don't follow trends, we set them. Every line, every finish, every detail is built to dominate. From flawless vehicle wraps to bold custom designs, we take your vision and redefine it. Seamless statements, artful accents, hues of harmony. We are Regal Wraps and Designs.
Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner.
All right, we're here with FMA tonight, getting ready here for the Gen 4s. We got them rocking ready to go. Trying to figure out who's out on track right now. It looks like everybody is pretty much out there. Yeah, it's qualified. There you see the 34, Mellow Yellow, Matt Mars. And if you've been watching the FMA the last few weeks, you know that they kind of have this little bit of a rivalry thing going on between drivers with the Soda Pop Wars. So, Mellow Yellow here for Matt Mars. I believe, if I remember correctly, Matsko has Dr. Pepper. I'm not sure who else might have the soda pop brands. I would say Mars trying to get a lap in and struggling here with the cold tires as we are racing here at North Wilkesboro tonight. We have for tonight's sponsor, let's see if I have it right. I don't think I do. Yeah, no race sponsor tonight.
Pancake!
Pancake to you too.
You good, Adam?
We're good. Whatever you're there, Chase. Just finishing up qualifying here. It looks like doesn't seem like Matt Mars was able to get a time down. A few more seconds here, and qualifying will have ended. Right now, Justin Wilkinson as your fastest on track with a 19.084. Swearingen with a 19.131, and Peters rounding out your top three with a 19.302.
Hi, Bobby. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
All good. We're doing the driver spotlight for Gen 4 series. So, how long you been racing FMA, Bobby?
About 6 months.
Let's see. Questions real quick. What's your plan for today's race?
Just try to do the best I can and hopefully come out with the spot or better than where I started.
What do you do outside of iRacing for fun?
Just I don't even know. I play
Watch
other
football?
video games sometimes. Like watching TV.
Do you practice before the race?
Yeah, I definitely put in some practice. We're really trying to run as fast as some of these guys run here. Gotta practice.
How would you describe your driving style?
Cautious in the beginning, but it gets a little reckless towards the end.
Do you have any rivals at FMA?
No.
What's your favorite track?
Something good. Favorite track? Oh, so many tracks. I like so many. I like Atlanta right now. I do like the new paved Atlanta.
That's the worst choice you could have taken. What's your
It can be to somebody, but I like the runs you just get there. You got to just be smart what you're gonna do with your run.
I get it. What's your dream? You got any dream cars?
Yeah, too many. But I mean, we'll just keep it cheap. I would love to have just like all-wheel drive turbo Talon again. Had one of those before, pushing like 400 pounds. I mean, about 400 horsepower, slightly modified.
It is a fun little cars for sure. All right, man.
Absolutely.
That's it. I'll move you back in. Thank you.
All right,
Good luck
thanks.
tonight.
Yep, thanks for having me. The driver spotlight. Do you guys like what you see come out?
All right, that was Jake Matsko with our driver spotlight. I apparently didn't have this set, so yeah, there we go. Oh, good. We're better. As they drive and get out on track for just a little bit longer here as they try to get used to this track. Here you see Matt Mars in the mellow yellow. You got Josh Terrett there in the 300 Singular machine. Making sure that this is, yeah, that's still on. A 44 there. Josh Clemens. Lyle Swearingen. Justin Wilkinson there in the Coca-Cola number 99. And Joseph Spillman out there. If I heard correctly, some sort of soda. I'm unsure about that. Maybe not. I don't know. Not a bad looking car there. Chase Matsko up as that Dr. Pepper all torn to shreds here in warm-ups. Gotta go back and get that thing back together. Hey, Bobby Watts out there in the Haviland machine. I have Matt Mars out there. And once again, we do not have we do not have Graham Connolly out here, it seems. Hey, Josh Clemens there in 6. Josh Tarrant Hill there in the 300. Ben Parson, fastest right now in warm-up with an 18.363. Matt Morrow, a black flag, must have been speeding coming out of pit road. Warm-ups, and we're getting ready for the grid here. Hopefully everybody's in for... hopefully everybody's ready for some great action here. We get set to rock and roll from North Wilkesboro with the Gen 4s from FMA, the Mellow Yellow Gen 4. We got out here starting on a pole. We got Justin Wilkins and Lyle Swearigan there in second. Ryan Peters there third. Josh Clements will roll off there fourth. Sage Greco in fifth. Chase Matsko in sixth. Josh Tarrant Hill there in seventh. Bobby Watts rolls off at eighth tonight. Joseph Spillman there in 9th. John DeBye at 10th. Ben Parson there in 11th. Matt Bars in 12th. There in 13th tonight. That'll be starting Dan Brassington. That is your starting grid for the Mellow Yellow Cup Series here from FMA. Lyle Swearigan in the number 22 on the outside. Yeah, see the lights are off on that pace machine. Getting ready here. We got 100 laps for the distance tonight. Roll down here through off corner number 3 and 4. Justin Wilkinson as the control car out front in that Coca-Cola machine. Green flag is out there, down and away. Hang on, as those tires are cold. They're not going to want to grip up right away. In the corner number 1, Lyle Swearigan out front. Wilkinson falls back there in the second as Ryan Peters is there in 4th. They got them side by side. Josh Clemens and Sage Greco battling it out down through off of turn number 4. Back out here, completing lap number 1 as they battle on down through the front stretch down here in the corner number 1 and 2. Down here off, you see Josh Tarrant Hill there in 8th. Joseph Spillman there in 9th. Smoke rolling there from something. We got a caution flag out. Not sure what the smoke was from. We'll see if we can gather it up here and see what might be the issue. Yeah, you see it come here off the corner. Smoke's ahead of everybody here, so see here Lyle Swearigan. See if it was around him. He's off pace down there on the bottom. That is who it was on, and he does a whole 360, brings it back straight, and down and away. And that's not how. This is not stunt driving there, Lyle. We're not here to see people drift and do 360s. Although cool and all, it's not going to help you win the race. That hands the lead over to Justin Wilkinson with Ryan Peters there in second. Sage Greco there in third. Chase Matsko fourth. Josh Clemens now in fifth. And we're really short track racing here tonight, folks. And we're here with the Mellow Yellow Gen 4 Cup Series from Freedom Motorsport Alliance. And we're under caution here for the first time. "13 drivers are trying to complete 100 laps at North Wilkesboro tonight." And they work here off turn number 4. Back around here, they're getting lined up side by side. Pace cars off. We're back green flag racing as Wilkinson gets a better start that time down in the corner number 1. Ryan Peters there in second. Sage Greco there third. Chase Matsko sitting there fourth with Josh Clemens there behind him. Yellow flag is out. Bobby Watts having issues as he's around in that Haviland machine. They see off the restart, cold tires being an issue here early in this one. As you see, Bobby Watts is up there, and just unfortunate, he ends up spun around there. I don't know if he had help there or not. We'll take another look at it here to see. Looks like Spillman may have got into the back of him there, and just a little bit of a nudge was enough to upset that 37, and around he went. So Spillman getting in a little bit of contact with the 37 of Bobby Watts. Sends him around. Oh, we're under caution number 2. These drivers roll around off of corner number 4. Great looking pink machine out there for October, driven by the number 17 of Sage Greco, if I'm looking at that correctly. Right there in front of Chase Matsko. Yeah, at the Cigar Time Lounge there for Ben Parson. There's him rolling down off the corner. There you go. Side by side, all lined up, ready for the restart. You see the 99, Justin Wilkinson out front. The 5 there, Brian Peters. Pace cars off, green flags out, they're down in the way. Wilkinson gets another great restart as you're watching Josh Tarrant Hill up here on the outside. Rolling down through off the corner out of Mooresville, North Carolina. Down there on his underside, that is the 44 of Josh Clemens. And they work down here through turn 3 and 4. up off. Wilkinson out front. Peters there in second. Greco in third. Now you see Matsko there in fourth. Josh Hill up there on the high side a little bit right now. Well, little wiggle coming off of turn number 2 down here into 3. Here at lap number 13. Down or off of 4, back around onto the front stretch. We got company underneath. Once again, that's the 44 of Josh Clemens looking underneath of Josh Hill. As they were rolled through 1 and 2. Down that back straightaway. There you see that 34 up there on the top side as well. That's Matt Mars. And they work on down through the front stretch into corner number 1 and 2. Not sure why on stream the driver thing's a little goofed up. And work down here in the corner number 1 and 2. Yeah, I don't know why it's goofed up like that. And work off of corner number 3 and 4. You got Josh Clemens up there in 7th. Everybody's kind of single filing it out, except for a couple drivers here and there. You see Matt Mars underneath of Josh as they roll down through turn 1 and 2. Up there in the front, Justin Wilkinson. Sage Greco up in the second. Brian Peters trying to battle there, trying to stay ahead of Chase Matsko as Matsko rolls up the racetrack a little bit. Running a little bit higher line there through the turns. Right there looking for that third spot if he can, as he's getting a little bit of a run down there through the corners as he's a lane up from where the 5 is. Pulls back in down there alongside the 5. Down on the underside now. Down through turn 1 and 2. Got to be careful sliding up into that lane like that. Don't want to catch the guy's bumper there in front of you as they work down the backstretch. In the corner number 3 and 4. Lap number 19 of 100 here on the board. Now lap number 20 clicks on as Justin Wilkinson heads into corner number 1 and 2. Sage Greco there in Sage Greco there in second. As you see Wilkinson out front. Great job there in that Coca-Cola machine. Sage Greco there in second. Brian Peters there third. Tate Matsko right on the bumper of Peters as they roll down through here. Up off the corner, down into corner number 1 and 2. As they work here off down the backstretch. In the corner 3 and 4. Hey, drivers try to hang on to the positions they have. You see Ben Parson ends up back there at about 8. Got Lyle Swearengin, who started up there on the front row, unfortunately ends up back here in 9th right now. And he had some issues, ended up doing a 360 on the speedway. We're over a fifth of the way through the race. Head on down here in the corner number 3 and 4. Now that back straight away in that 3 and 4 they go. Lyle there in 9th. Ben Parson in 8th. In 7th, that is Matt Mars. And that 34 Mellow Yellow Machine. Josh Clemens out there in 6th. Josh Hill up there on the top side in that car number 300. Singular Wireless. They roll off of the corner here. You got that X-Side machine driven by Ryan Peters. 26 of the 100. Hey, drivers are starting to get heat in them tires. They're starting to really fill them out. As you see Chase Matsko roll down here in 3rd, getting around after he got around Ryan Peters. And we see there that number 300 still battling with the 44 of Josh Clemens. Josh Hill up there on the outside. And work down the front straightaway in the corner number 1. Ryan Peters down there on the inside, falling victim to falling back there behind Josh Tarrant Hill. Tarrant Hill really starting to get that outer lane gripped up and running as the race goes on here. Down through the back straightaway, you got the 5 there of Ryan Peters. Josh Clemens there in the 44. Running the high side as well. Nothing changed up front. Sage Greco is trying to gain on Wilkinson. And Chase Matz goes back here in 3rd. Josh Tarrant Hill in 4th. He's slowly gaining on the front drivers here. He's running a little bit higher up there. Running through corner 3 and 4. Back down, or I'm sorry, back through 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. Working off in the corner 1 and 2 goes Josh Tarrant Hill. Josh Clemens there in 5th. With Ryan Peters in 6th. Still leading the race right now is Justin Wilkinson out front in that car number 99. All right, now we're a third of the way through the race. I work down here through the backstretch. In the corner number 3 and 4. Justin Wilkinson there out front. As your leader, Sage Greco in 2nd. You're watching the battle here. This is for 4th and 5th between Josh Tarrant Hill and Josh Clemens. They've been battling it hard here in the last few laps. They battle it on back down through the backstretch once again. Hey, Josh Clemens there. And there's Ben Parson working on the outside now of the X-side machine of Ryan Peters. They come there off the corner down the backstretch. Not sure what happened to Parson there as he ended up losing a spot there to Lyle Swearigan. Now he's getting that spot back once again underneath him. And you watch him come back down here. So far, a single foul for the most part, except for Ben Parson who's back there in 8th. And you're watching Ryan Peters take his laps around the racetrack here. Here comes that 22 of Lyle Swearigan up there on the top side of Ben Parson. Ben Parson trying to get that bottom side to work. Looked like he was a little bit more comfortable in lane up, though, like some of these drivers are noticing. Pit stop right now for Spillman. They see him up there on the speedway down here in the corner number 1 and 2. Working down that back straightaway. Spillman on pit road. Not sure what exactly happened to him. Yeah, he's having a long pit stop there. Ryan Peters out there. Brasington is out. So we got 12 drivers on track. Trying to see if we got Spillman still out there, but he looks to be as he's still on pit road. Watching a battle there for 6th and 7th between Swearigan and Peters as Swearigan moves himself up in there. And I see everybody working on through the front stretch now. Lap 41 on the board. There you see the 44 of Josh Clemens finally getting able to clear the 300 of Josh Tarrant Hill. As they work down through here. Now here comes the 22 of Lyle Swearigan. He's trying to hope to get underneath of the 300 of Josh Tarrant Hill. And we're going down out of the back stretch in the corner number 3 and 4. Swearigan down there on the bottom side of the racetrack. Up here on the top side. That's going to be Josh Tarrant Hill. Ben Parson looking on as Lyle Swearigan down there on the bottom side, trying to fight underneath that 300 machine of Josh Tarrant Hill, and he does so down here in the corner number 3 and 4. Now Josh Tarrant Hill, he's going to drop it down there to the inside lane. Work off the corner in the 3 and 4. Josh Tarrant Hill still sitting 6th. So you see that 44 up there in the 4th. Chase Matsko in 3rd right now. They roll around here at North Wilkesboro. Lap 45 on the board. Justin Wilkinson, your leader, with Sage Greco out there in 2nd. Justin Wilkinson out there in front. And he rolls down that back stretch in that Coca-Cola machine. Sage Greco there in the breast cancer awareness pink and white machine here tonight. And we see, here comes Chase Matsko in that Dr. Pepper machine. Up off corner number 4. Josh Clemens back here in 4th. Lyle Swearigan there 5th. Josh Tarrant Hill in 6th. With Ben Parson in 7th. Matt Mars back here 8th. Ryan Peters 9th. Bobby Watts rounding out your top 10. Spillman looks to be out along with Brassington. John Dubai still going around the speedway right now, but is a lap down. They see the 300 there of Josh Tarrant Hill getting around on the bottom side of him now. John Dubai struggles here at North Wilkesboro. Down there through corner number 1 and 2 goes Sage Greco. Justin Wilkinson down through the back stretch into corner number 3 and 4. Come up off the corner. Wilkinson, what a lead he's got right now over top of Sage Greco. Chase Matsko back here in 3rd. Josh Clemens back here in 4th. Lyle Swearigan back here in 5th. Been making some moves here, trying to get himself back up there, kind of where he started. Now we have Mars on pit road and Peters on pit road here and halfway. And that's what's always interesting. You just never know what type of strategy to play out. Now you see pit stops up there underneath this rolling scoreboard. They roll there off the corner. Justin Wilkinson there out front. Sage Greco in 2nd. Thank you all for tuning in here to FFTV as we watch the Freedom Motorsport Alliance Mellow Yellow Gen 4 Cup Series. And see Lyle Swearigan there in 5th. Clemens there in 4th. Matsko there in 3rd. Matsko really trying to just hold it down there on the bottom side for now. Justin Wilkinson out front by about 10 seconds over top of Matsko. And there comes Wilkinson down the front straightaway now. And lap time's only about 20 seconds, so Matsko is a half a lap behind, sitting here in 3rd. Sage Greco also, well, no, I guess he's only about a minute, or I'm sorry, no, about 2 seconds behind Justin Wilkinson for now. Tarrant Hill on pit road. Getting his work done on that machine, getting tires and everything he might need. Now we see Dubai, Matt Mars, Ryan Peters, Joseph Spillman all have made their pit stops. Coming off of pit road, that is the 300 of Tarrant Hill. Wilkinson comes around once again. Parson down on pit road. And here comes the leader, Justin Wilkinson, trying to get on the pit road. Almost missed it. And we'll see if anybody else comes this lap. Does not look like it. Sage Greco led that last lap. Here comes Sage Greco down there on the apron. He's going to bring it on the pit road this time. Pit road getting busy with Wilkinson, Watson. Wilkinson going off pit road now. Matsko's in his box. Yellow flag is out. Bobby Watts bringing out the caution. Some of these drivers did not want to see this. And now here comes the question, exactly what's going to happen. Josh Clemens out there in front, Lyle Swearigan there second. A bunch of these drivers a lap down. Him coming off the speedway there.
Pancake!
Good evening there, Matt. How's it going?
Pretty good, Adam. How are you, man?
I'm doing well. How do you think North Wilkesboro is treating everybody so far?
Well, that was a little bit rocky start, but we once we got all the pre-race or the early race jitters out of the way and got settled in, it actually turned out to be a pretty fun race so far.
You think some of that's due to the cold tires not being very nice here at North Wilkesboro?
I think it's a little bit, but I think mostly just the close quarter racing. You know, we're just, you know, we don't run a lot of short tracks, so getting a feel for that, I believe, was a lot of it.
Well, it's definitely a lot of fun watching you guys here tonight.
Oh yeah, we had a bunch of guys throwing a blanket over top of us there for a little bit.
For sure. So, I mean, you think you got plans to try to get up there into a podium spot tonight?
Yeah, I like my chances of possibly getting a podium here.
Alrighty, well, we're back green flag, Matt. We'll let you go.
Thank you, Adam.
Down there on the bottom side of the racetrack is Matt Mars, and we're back green flag racing here. Lap 64 of the 100. And it worked out through off the corner. As you see him work down through the backstretch, Sage Greco there in second. Justin Wilkinson out there in front. Hey, a pit stop kind of, right, caution got everybody their pit stop they need to make it to the end. Down through corner 3 and 4 goes Sage Greco. Lyle Swearigan there in third. Matt Mars there fourth. Josh Clemens there fifth. Chase Matsko out here in sixth. Through 3 and 4 goes Matsko. Lemons there. Out there in fifth. Matt Mars in fourth. Trying to get up there. The battle with Lyle Swearengin. Lyle now up just one spot down from where he started. With Justin Wilkinson out there in front. Sage Greco there second. Hey, Greco's trying to chase down Wilkinson there in the 99. They come there off corner number 2. Wilkinson out front. Greco there second. Swearingen there in third. Clemens, yellow flag, back out. Matt Mars around. There you see it. Matt Mars losing it there off of, or heading in. He has a little help there from the 44 of Josh Clemens. And here, lap 74 of the 100. Coming around here, should be 26 laps to go. They're getting lined back up side by side, ready for the restart. Chase Matsko there in a fourth. Matt Mars back there in sixth after having that unfortunate spin. There it is, 26 laps to go. 25 as we take the green flag. Fred pulls up. Barney's got the flag and waves it. They're down and away. Down through the front straightaway. Justin Wilkinson down there on the inside. Here comes Sage Greco, that lane above. Which seems to be working for some drivers if they stay up just one lane. Working down through turn 3 and 4. And now he's down there on the bottom. Look out. He might get up there to Wilkinson as they come down through into corner number 1 and 2. Sliding it in there. You got Lyle Swearengin back here in third. And it's these cold tires again. Causing problems. 24 laps to go. Now you watch Ryan Peters in the 5 now. He'll come up. And he might have had some help. That car gets destroyed. Or maybe not. Maybe he just ended up getting loose coming here off the corner. We'll see here. Comes off the corner, gets into the gas, and it just gets loose and kicks around on him. All right, Peters. Most likely out of this race now. Greco's on pit road. Oh, yes, Peters is out. Lights are out, Fred's down, green flag is out. Wilkinson back to the lead once again. Lyle there in second with Matsko down there on the inside. Matsko tried to pull that second spot away from Swearingen. Down here through the corner.
It's going pretty good so far. How are you? Feels pretty good. I know I got a few laps newer tires on the 99 in front of me, so I think we're in a good spot here to get some hardware.
Well, it's definitely been an interesting one to watch, and you guys seem to be struggling with them cold tires a little bit.
Oh, yeah, the first 3 laps are terrible.
Well, hopefully we'll see if you're talking to us here at the end of this one or not, as I think you're coming up to 1 to green here soon.
Yeah, coming to 1 to green to here. Hopefully we will be speaking with you. Bring home a good finish for Cigar Time Lounge. Always thank them for their support. And try to get this Monte Carlo in the victory lane.
Alrighty, well, good luck there, Ben, the rest of the way.
Appreciate you, bro.
Ben Parson there in the number 33, starting outside of Wilkinson this time. Here we go, down here, through off the corner they go. Green flags out, Justin Wilkinson there out front, look out. Ben Parson up there on the high side, and there goes the 17 up around, and John Dubai ends up into the outside wall as well. Caution back out. Pushing too hard here. And Matt Mars just ends up pushing down there into the 17, which pushed him up the racetrack into John Dubai. Matt Mars there up on the top side of the racetrack, and there you see the 17 of Sage Greco. A little bit of damage there to the right back quarter, along with the left. Now, a little bit of damage on the back end of that number 17 machine. Parson there in second. Sage Greco there in third. Lyle there in fourth. John Dubai in fifth as they roll it on out here, down through the backstretch. Working on out here. Looking good so far for Justin Wilkinson. Ben Parson there second. Sage Greco there third. Here comes the 37 of Bobby Watts, getting a lap back. Now though, a couple more times around here, 9 laps to go. Head on down the backstretch here. Waiting to see how all this all plays out as we got Matsko in the pits. Dubai in the pits. Brassington's out. Peters is out. Spillman's out. Josh Tarrant Hill, I believe, might be out. A 44 there, Josh Clemens. He's all torn up. And see back here, Matt Mars there behind him. Lights are out. Let's look at that 44 machine. Just how much he's tore up here. We got 8 laps to go. Can we finish it out? That's the question. As the back of the pack here is down there on the bottom side. Tarrant Hill is out. Matsko is down in the pits. You see John Dubai is in the pits. They come here off the corner. Sage Greco up there in third. Ben Parson trying to get out there. Here they go down the front straightaway into corner number 1. A little bit better start that time as there you see Lyle Swearingen up there on the top side trying to make something happen. Sage Greco down there on the inside as they roll through turn 3 and 4. Wilkinson out there in front as they roll off the corner. Here comes Greco now underneath the 22 of Swearingen. Mars back there in fifth. Mars had a couple problems with, and there he is back off track again as he spun back around and up in front of the 44. Caution is back out. Well, Matt Mars, once again, lost it coming out of the corner, goes down through the grass, tries to get on the brakes, and ends up there in front, and caution back out with the 44. Josh Clemens is tore up some more. It's turned into a race of survival tonight. And here you got Watts, Clemens on pit road along with Dubai. And we're going down out of corner number 4. 3 laps to go. The green-white checker here tonight. As Clemens is still on pit road, along with Dubai. Matsko as well. 6 cars running to try to finish this one out. And them all whirl down here in the corner 3 and 4. The captain out there in second, trying to get it pushed through here to the end. Fred pulls off. Here we go. Green flags in the air. Great start there by Wilkinson. Here comes the 22. Lyle Swearengin down there on the inside. Look out. Here comes Sage Greco as well. 2 laps to go here at North Wilkesboro. Down here through the backstretch in the corner number 3 and 4. With Lyle down there on the inside, really pushing hard. Sage back here in third. Last lap has Ben Parsons up there trying to hang on to a podium finish. Final lap, anything goes. And we got Sage working, and look out, there goes Ben Parsons around. Down that back straightaway. Sage Greco's going to end up there with 3rd spot. Lyle Swearengin there in second. Justin Wilkinson, your winner here tonight. Started on pole, didn't look back. Lyle Swearengin had some problems, ended up having to work his way back up to where he started, which is second. Sage Greco up 2 spots to finish 3rd. All right, get here with our winners, starting with Sage Greco, if we can. Good evening there, Sage. How's it going?
How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. You got 3rd here tonight.
Yeah, to be honest, that's about where I needed to be.
That's where you needed to be?
Yeah, I didn't deserve anything higher.
Well, I know you were battling with Ben Parson there for a good bit, trying to get up there and get around him.
Yeah, I know he was going to be pretty tough to pass, but unfortunately, he kind of had to check up there off 2 on the last lap, and I was kind of already there and ended up spinning him. Sorry about that.
Well, you got 3rd. You got sponsor shout-outs. Anybody you want to thank for getting that podium spot here tonight?
No, sir. That's all I got.
Alrighty. Well, congrats, and we'll see you next week, I guess, here at FMA.
That's right.
Alrighty. Well, have yourself a great night. Congrats on getting 3rd tonight.
Hell yeah, brother.
That's Sage Greco there in 3rd. Now we'll see if we can get with Lyle. Good evening there, Lyle. How's it going?
Doing good. How about yourself?
It's going well. How do you think your car fared here tonight at North Wilkesboro?
I felt pretty good on the long run, especially. On the short runs, I'm just not really good on the short run, so I would suffer there. But once we had some laps down, started working through the field a bit. Justin forgot where the start line was apparently, and I blasted by him, and I thought I was fine because I was behind him at the green, but I beat him to the start, so it black flagged me, and then trying to call it out that I had to pit for the black flag, I looped myself out of 2, so it made it more interesting, I guess, but was able to work through the traffic, get back up there, at least get in a spot, and if it was green longer, I probably had a better shot at him, but with the short runs, I didn't have a shot, just tried to defend on what I had.
Well, you did a great job at least getting back to where you started the night, up there in 2nd place. You got sponsor shout-outs. Anybody you want to thank?
It's FBR Simmering Accessories Creation Studios and FBR Motorsports. And my teammates, Justin being one of them, good went to him. Had a good run, no mistakes, except for the start, but you got away with that one. Yeah, we'll take top 5 all day long, so I'm content with that.
Alrighty, well, congrats there tonight, Lau, and we'll see you next week here at FMA.
Will do.
All right, now we'll get with our winner, Justin Wilkinson. Good evening there, Justin. How's it going?
It's great now that the race is over and I finished P1.
Yeah, kind of a lot of craziness went on tonight.
A little bit, yeah. And I'm kind of glad for it there at the end because I was kind of off strategy with tires. I think I had like at least 15, 20 lap old tires compared to everyone else around me. So I don't usually root for cautions in these races, but I was rooting for cautions in this race.
Well, you did a great job holding them off there to the end, and man, I'm sure you're glad all the chaos was behind you.
Absolutely, yeah, and I was kind of the cause of a little bit. I think there was one restart where I spun my tires a bit. I think it checked everyone out. I don't know if that was one where they ever spun or anything, but I kind of caused I think a little bit of it. But for the most part, we stayed clear of it, and that's what I wanted. So that was perfect.
Well, you did a great job getting the win tonight. You got any sponsors, shout-outs, anybody you want to thank for getting the victory here tonight?
Just simwrapmarket.com. They're not on my car this week, but they usually are. But simwrapmarket.com, get all your iRacing base paint scheme, resources, everything. It's all great there. Check it out, simwrapmarket.com. FBR Motorsports, my teammate Lyle was in there with me. I kind of screwed him on the start there, but he rallied back for a second place finish. So that was awesome. But we're always helping each other out and doing good. So thanks to him, and then thanks to you for broadcasting. Putting on a good show for us, so I can go. Usually on these wins or where I do really good, I go back and rewatch it. So I'll be doing that tonight for sure.
Alrighty, well, congrats again there, Justin, and can't wait to see what next week holds for us here at FMA.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, I almost did race tonight, so I'm glad I did. So we'll see. I don't even know what's on schedule next week, but we'll see.
All right, well, good luck. Have yourself
Thanks,
a great night.
Adam. You as well.
All right, how about Justin Wilkinson here tonight from North Wilkesboro. Next week, I believe, I was looking at the schedule right, we are at the Rock, so that should be a fun night of racing as well. So can't wait to see what goes on there. Thank you all for tuning in here at North Wilkesboro. Have yourself a great, wonderful night. We'll be back with some more racing action tomorrow night with the Coast to Coast Thursday Night Thunder Pro Late Models. Good night.